So Norman was founded in 1889 when 150 families settled during the land run. So that means here in Norman we have some pretty cool old houses. So today I'm going to take you on a tour of one of the 3 historic districts that we have here in Norman, Oklahoma. So we're going to take a tour of Chautauqua. My name's Marcie Billen, and I'm a real estate agent here in Norman, Oklahoma with Team Realty and Keller Mulinix. So welcome to our channel. Okay, so I'm going to dive right into this tour, but first, have you subscribed to our channel? If not, you may want to do that so you don't miss anything. Okay, so you may be wondering why I keep saying we. So me and my husband Hansom work together in our business, and here he is. Okay, so what's so cool about this Chautauqua Historic District? All right, well, let's take a tour. All right, so the historic district itself was actually established in 1995. The streets of this district are about Sim Street on the north, Brook Street on the south, Chautauqua Avenue on the east, and Lahoma Avenue on the west. So this district is made up of around 153 residential structures. Most of these houses were built between 1915 and 1935, but the majority of these houses were actually built in 1920, or around 1920. The architecture and environment of the Chautauqua district represents a unique time period in Norman's history. So this was at the time when the university was really growing, so it's a lot of houses that were built by deans of the university and faculty. So we have a lot of different character that's going into these houses. One thing that marks this district is all the big trees. So this part of Oklahoma is actually not known for many trees, but our first president of the university actually planted hundreds and hundreds of trees because it looked really bare and really terrible. So we wanted to plant these trees so it had this amazing kind of collegiate feel that you get especially in the East Coast schools. Some of these videos, you're gonna see that we have a lot of limbs on the ground. Well, that's because about a month ago, we had a major ice storm. So the city hasn't quite cleaned up everything yet, but they've been really great about working on that. We just had a lot of limbs that were down. So especially in this district where we have a lot of old trees, we had a lot of limbs that actually fell and are now sitting on the side of the street. So this district covers around 6 blocks. And there's a lot of different architectural styles that are represented in these 6 blocks, which makes it one of the coolest neighborhoods for me to walk around in. All right, so one of the things that I really had to do was look up what Chautauqua actually means. Now, I used to live on Chautauqua. I lived in some apartments in college. And so I had never looked it up, but man, if I learned how to spell it, because every time you tell someone your address and you live on Chautauqua, you're gonna have to spell it for them. So it's spelled Chautauqua. So if you can name another word that has 3 U's in it, please be my guest. So the word Chautauqua actually refers to some groups that used to follow railroad workers around and perform for them. So they could be like pastors or musical groups or people that did plays or whatever. But that's what Chautauqua actually refers to, is like this group of people that were performers, like pre-TV, of course, that would follow people around and go to rural towns and perform for them. So how much would it actually cost you to live in this district? Well, on a minimum side, you're probably looking at $200,000, maybe a little less, but the house is probably not going to be livable if it's less than $200,000. And then I've seen homes listed all the way up to $700,000. These are mostly single-family residences, although there are some luxury condos. So amenities in this neighborhood include Campus Corner. So you can walk to Campus Corner very easily from living in the Chautauqua Historic District. Other things you can walk to are the Art Museum. You can look at more of that video right here. And then of course you have access to campus, which is just really fun to walk around. It's like your own personal park if you live close to it, and you can take a quick, walk every morning or every evening. One of our more popular town grocery stores is actually located really close to this district. It's called Sprouts. Are you thinking about moving to Norman? Well, I do have a Norman relocation guide that might be helpful for you, and it's a free download, so you can find that link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. You should definitely check out this video next.